Hari Om, Namaste, Namo Namaha to everyone. Swagatam. We are in the VrndarakaVaniVilasah class, the second series, the Chandas series, 7th class. Let us begin with the Prarthana. Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam, Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai, Tamhadevamatma Buddhi Prakasham, Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Let us revise what we did in the previous class. We had completed rules of yati, how the pada, the word works in the yati. We had seen examples, and now we will see the difference between I mentioned akshara and syllable, etc. Okay, so we had also completed the abdibhuta rasadina karika. Then we did this yati jihveshtra, etc. the karika, and we had done one more padya on the yati, where you will understand the rules of yati. I have we had a very elaborate discussion upon that. We try to see it very practically. Okay, so it is mentioned as virama and vicheda. It need not be mentioned as yati always. It is sometimes called virama and vicheda also. So this is what we had learned yesterday in the previous class. Now we will learn what is varna and akshara. Okay, let us now see what a varna is here. Okay, so let me just tell you that the concept of sound and writing, they go together. Okay, so there is a sound and there is a representative writing element, written element. In this place, we are not talking about the written element, but we are talking about the sound. Okay. So there are two types of that. So dhvanyatmaka, aksharatmaka. Akshara is like naksharati. So by the name itself, it is expressing something that is showing its quality. Varna means having color. So as my professor, it was like I discussed with my professor. He said, like varna, I used to think that it's as the sound element and akshara the written element. But no, varna itself is two types. One is written part, one is the sound part. Okay. So it's not like varna means color also. Okay, there are many meanings for varna. Varna is like jati kind of meaning, the brahmana, kshatriya, all that varnas. And the varnas are like the colors, varnas are the letters. Okay. So this one was a new thing for me when I discovered. So there are like many things in Samskrit we discuss, which we discover very lately. Like for me, it happened in a stepwise manner. There were people who can tell by the books, by the discussions, by the fights sometimes. Okay, so we learn a lot of things. So varna is two types, dhvanyatmaka, aksharatmaka. There is a sound element, there is a written element. First thing, okay, first things first. Next, we will go to akshara. What is dhvanyatmaka? Is simple, like we say k, a, cha, p, etc. Okay, all these are the dhvanis. Akshara. Now we'll come to what is akshara. Akshara is a written unit. Okay, because the word itself says naksharati. Okay, naksharati iti aksharaha. Akshara does not perish. Okay, but the sound perishes. When I speak, it is lost into the universe and we cannot get it back. Once I say ta, pa, it's gone. It is only for the moment that you are hearing it. Our ear takes it and then it is lost. But when I write something, what you see on the screen or what you write on a book, it stays. Even after we read 10 times, 100 times, 1000 times, it's still there. So it does not perish. What's written on the stones, etc., Shila Lekhas, thousands of years back, we are still reading them. Okay, so that is akshara. Now, what does the dictionary tell about the akshara? a letter of the alphabet, Aksharana Makarosmi, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, he says, I am the A in the Akara. So you see what is Kara? Akara. You have an Akara. Kara again says the sound and the written element, both. Okay, so Kara is Akriti, Kara is the sound, mostly sound. Okay, so he says, I am the A in the Aksharas. So he is saying it has a sound and it's as a written element also, but mostly written element, which represents a sound. Okay, then it's a syllable also. Akshara is a syllable. Ekaksharam param brahma, the monosyllable kind of. Okay. Then akaradi shakaranta. So ksha has three varnas. K, sha, a. Three varnas are there, but it's an akshara only. Okay. So this is the 51 letters. Okay. A to sha. If you remove sha as a, I mean, it's not a varna actually. It's a combination of varna. It's a package. That's why we don't count it as a single varna. Nobody will count it as a single varna, but somehow, maybe because of the writing system, we took this letter into the Aksharamala, the Varnamala. That is why. And same with the Tra and the Jna and the Dya, Shra. All these letters, they had later some new forms developed. Duma, okay, the Ya combinations, the Ma combinations, and the Ra. Ra becomes a line below this thing, and the Kta, Kta, Ka, and Ta. So they developed into separate ligatures, separate representation of the sounds. That's why we don't count them as varnas as it is, but some old like treatises, some works, some granthas, say Adik Shanta Samasta Varnanakari in the Annapurna Ashtakam also. Adi Shanta Samasta Varnanakari. So when we say that Ksha Anta, then we have to take Ksha also by the tradition. Some people say, no, it's not a Varna. Why will it be in Varnamala? So there are many kinds of these things. But let us take Ksha, let us leave Ksha, whatever, either 50 or 51. We should be very open to debates. We should be very open to ideas. Okay, if we take writing systems into consideration, the children need to learn the new ligatures. They cannot make out what is Ksha without understanding in the Varnamala. If they don't, we are not. Tatra also. Suddenly, if it comes their way, Dhya, it took long time for me to understand Dhya. Okay, then I studied the ligature, then I understood, oh, there is a Ya inside it, the Da and Ya mixed together becomes that. So all this was a new information. That's why from the kids' point of view, from the learning point of view, we must have these ligatures inside the Varnamala. But do we count them as a part of Varnas? Is a choice. No, wait, we don't. That's a straight answer. If we want to take it, we'll take it as that. Okay, that's the simple this thing. Sanskrit is like that. Any language, for example, is like that. Even English will have many debatable areas for it, starting from the pronunciation to many these things. Okay. So the letters of the Varnamala, some people accept only till Ha. Okay, so we have to consider both ideas. This Akshara is the one which affects the Yati largely. And Chandas also. There are a lot of Chandas elements which are related to Akshara, Varna. So they say it must contain a Swara when you stop with Yati. Then you must have the knowledge of what is Varna and Akshara. Of course you must have. Okay. Then he says it cannot be at the end of a consonant, half consonant. Then it cannot be in between K, Sh and A. So it cannot stop with K. Like that. Okay, we should have all this knowledge. So for that, this is given for you. So what is difference between Akshara and the like syllable? Why should we not say syllable but Akshara? So let us see. So this is a very basic thing. Those who do not know Devanagari, this I have hinted in my primary in the classes, the first and second classes, I hinted about it. I was trying to explain you how they write in the non-Devanagari script, that is the Latin script, that is the Roman script, how they write. So that is different from this one, Devanagari writing. In the Devanagari, we write like this. If example, there is the word Lakshanam. So we say Lakshanam. Lakshanam. Okay, so it contains one La one swara it is containing, sha, one swara, and then nam at the end of it, it is containing a consonant along with the vowel. Okay, vowel beginning, consonant ending. Hridayantargata. If we say hri is one akshara, da is one akshara, ya is one akshara, anta is one akshara, arga is one akshara, ta. Okay, like this. But how do we write the same thing in the syllable form or in that another script? So we write like this: lak, sha, nam. So they take the next consonant sound also. We take only till this consonant la, and it's done. With sha goes with the next. But here the ka comes to the previous one. That is how the syllable works. Hrida yan tar. So yan becomes one and tar becomes one and ga becomes one. So like this. So there is a basic difference between the syllable and akshara representation. Ka is a syllable. Okay. If we have will we say some word, then the next this one also comes into the same one in the syllable form, but in the akshara it's not like that. Okay, we say capacity. So capacity is all like one, this one, or we don't say capacity, we don't say that. Okay, anyway, but there is an immediate consonant, then it changes, like conscious. So cons, and then she, then yes. So con is one, con, she. Okay, then she, yes, like that. Okay. Then possible combinations in the akshara. How many maximum elements are possible inside an akshara? Because akshara is like, okay, one voweled block. Okay, one voweled block. Basically, there will be one vowel, V. We will represent it with V. And with the consonant, we will represent with C. So how many combinations we will have? Let us see. There is a conjunct vowel, means I. They have two vowels, A and E. I. It's a transition kind of. So there are two vowels. Okay, vowel. Then there is a consonant and vowel. It's double consonant with CV. Okay, like ka, cha, pi, tu, like that. Then there is a consonant conjunct vowel, like kai, kau. These are the like double vowel and a consonant. Then a consonant vowel, CCV, like the k, r, and over that there is a u or e or something. Okay. Then consonant vowel. Sorry, consonant and conjunct vowel means double vowel. Conjunct vowel means double vowel. This is a crow, not single vowel but double vowel. So CCVV. Then consonant vowel. CCCV. Ktya, ka, ta, ya, and then a. Ktya, arpya, samarpya. There is a word in Sanskrit, samarpya. Ra, pa, ya, then a. Over that. So ra, pa, ya are three consonants with one vowel at the end. Then there is consonant, and then conjunct vowel. C, 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 V, V. So individually this C and V are varnas. Okay. And all this put together is the akshara. So you can ask me if you are putting that's why I said conjunct vowel. I didn't say vowel. It's not two vowels, but it's a conjunct vowel together. Okay. So, but the consonant, I put it differently because they are different sounds. Conjunct vowel cannot be separated into two parts. We should not separate it. In fact, it's one piece. But there are two vowel sounds in that. Diphthongs, what we say, I, ow. Okay. Actually, A is also a combination, but we don't hear the separateness. A goes once. The sound comes to our ear, O, A, that is one sound. But when you say I, it starts with A and ends with E. Do you observe that? So we have all these things in our knowledge. We should know all these things before we write something, because each is going to become either one matra or dvimatra. or it's going to become Laghu and Guru and so on. So we must be aware of these factors, aware of these things very clearly. We should have the knowledge of what is Swara, what is Vyanjana, what is a single element, what is Ekamatra, what is Vimatra, and all that we must be knowing. Okay, this completes the first part of today's class. We will have the next part dealing with the sounds and sentiments. How is Chandas related to rasas? Rasas, not very particularly into rasa, but that experience of a rasa. Okay, how many rasas are there? There are 8 rasas and all that goes into the Sahitya study. But there was a question when I was teaching this course. There was a question: does this evoke any kind of rasas? Has any? Is there any connection between the chandas and the rasa sentiment? Then I said, okay, let me work upon it, and I just discovered there is no very extensively dealing this thing in the Chandas works that I could read, but there was a hint towards this. I did not come across. There might be extensive works on this, but I did not come across any kind of good paper, good presentation, good direction through this one. But whatever I found from the scratch, and when I discussed with my professor, then he gave some directions towards that. Then I took it. If we take it more deeply, it goes into the alankaras, it goes into the Sahitya study and all. But we will try to keep it to Chandas only. Okay. Understanding the elements which are required to understand the rasa plus Chandas. That we will keep it very packed and compact. Let us try. So, is there any direct relation between the sound and the sentiment? Then it is not exactly mappable. We cannot say the dha. If I say the dha in Telugu, funnily they said dham ani chachipoyinadu. So dham, he said dham and then he died. If we put the literal, for children when we tell stories, it's a dham. There was a sound called dham. Why don't we say ham? Why don't we say tam? When it is dance, then say tam, tam, takita tam, ta, kita, tam, ta. These sounds come a lot in the dance expressions and all that. And in the onomatopic sounds, onomatopic words, we have this like chaka chaka velladu. In Telugu, we have lot of onomatopic words. Okay? In Hindi, ऐसे बड़ बड़ बोलता रहता है, बड़ बड़. Why only बड़ बड़? Why not चक चक बोलता है, कर कर बोलता है? Or there is one more, phat phat bolta hai. So phat has a meaning also, and phat has a sound effect also in that. Phat is fast. Okay. So all these kinds of sounds show us that they can be used only in some sandarbhas. They shine the best when they are used in certain sandarbhas. Okay. So what we are trying to establish here is, it's not exactly, so dha in Telugu, what it will mean might not mean the same in Hindi. Maybe Hindi, hot karke phoot gaya, hot karke awaaz aayi, ha they use. Okay. In English, they might be using like in the these things like the comics that we used to read, they would show dham or some kind of, they will put one this big the box with this kind of thing, and in that they would, like, there was a blast, bomb or some sound they will write. Okay, so this kind of visual effects to bring out that sound effect, they show that in the movies and in these things they will show in the comics, in the written letters. Okay, so we use capital letters sometimes to emphasize the things, we use capital letters. Okay, so this exact map we cannot say, it differs from language to language. That's what I wanted to tell. Then there is one more thing, specific sound arrangements like pa, ta, cha, ka, tad, tadak ki thandi hai, tadak, tada, tad, tad, kampavo, tad, tad. Thar, thar, kampna is with fear. When we say thar, thar, kampa, it was with fear. Tad, tad, tadak ki ye thandi hai. So that's the shiver which is coming out of cold, not with a fear. So there are different like sounds. So the specific sound arrangements have a capacity to express certain emotions. We come across these things very, very, like, it's common in language, but we don't care for them. We don't think in that direction most of the time. So say meter. If we have some meter in our this chandas like Vasanta Tilaka, something, it can be employed for any kind of effects. That is open. It is not fixed that some kind of chandas will be used for, it is best suited for this. Because in Shardula Vikridita, we express so many emotions, the fear, the devotion, the love sentiment, the like the Veera Rasa, everything we find in Shardula Vikridita. It's a very good vritta that many poets use it for in different these things. So any kind of effect it is ready to give you. Okay. We cannot fix it to some kind of. Okay. Then this sound arrangements, that is long, short. Again, it goes to like binary system in the computer. The whole computer graphic system, what we are undergoing right now is all about 0 and 1, 0 and 1, 1 and 0, and different occurring in different combinations. If you ask what is computer, it's just 0 and 1, the binary system. Okay, after that, there was a lot of development. The 0 and 1 became all the decimal systems, and then all that it developed into this complex structure where we have the sound captured, where picture captured, where we express all these things. So if you reduce chandas into its basic this thing, then it's all that Laghu Guru concept. I don't say long short, but the Laghu Guru concept. Okay. So this arrangement will bring the effect, and then that plays the magic in the chandas. Okay. So conjunct letters bring in tightness. So there are some, like as I told you, some kind of specific arrangements bring in some effects. So a lot of conjunct letters if you use, okay, then it will bring in the effect of tight, very tight. If you use lot of dirghas, then it's a very like mellowy. It's mellowy at the same time, and it's also bringing down some kind of sadness, some dragged feeling. If you say na 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 for some time, na ni nu, whatever sounds you say for some time, it's like we feel like dragged. Okay. And if we use all short like kata paka laka chacha pala, what is if we say like that? Then we have this very famous poem of Potana in Telugu. Karikima karima kariki kari. So in that he used Sarvalaghu. So there is one poet in our group, in our Telugu group, is a poet. He writes all Sarvalaghu Padya, Sarvalaghu Kanda Padya. So all the Kanda Padyas, the 100 Shatakam he wrote only with this. Like all will be single, like all laghus only. Ekamatra, all ekamatra, all laghus. Sarvalaghu, he calls it. So that kind of will bring you that kind of, when we read such things, then it will bring us some quickness effect. Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
madam, just can I just add here,
yeah,
since you
please.
also are aware of music, see in Varnam, or that type of composition which is there, there is one Varnam which is called Padavarnam. So
Okay.
in that, it is again, the Padas completely fill up the space. Every Akshara count of the Talam is taken by one Akshara, literally. So that's a Padavarnam. So for every Swara, there is a equal measure of Sahitya. So
Okay.
that is one type of Varnam. The regular Varnam which we hear, Kalyani and all that, is Kana Varnam. There
Okay.
is some Vietnam and all that. Just thought I'll tell you here. Maybe you already know, for others' benefit.
No,
Also.
I also don't know. Thank you for this. Yes.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Very nice. So such things are like music is also about sound. So music and chandas are a little closely related. We can, use them both like interchangeably. We can apply some music into chandas and chandas into music, and we can work wonders. So very nice thing. Then when we apply Mahapranas or Alpapranas, if we use more Mahapranas as the Vargas, the Varga letters, Kakha, Ga, Gha, Cha, Cha, Ja, Janya are called Varga letters, and all the second letters, if you go vertically, and the fourth letters are all Mahapranas. Okay, and all the 1, 3, and 5 are Alpapranas. Okay, so what happens is, when we use lot of Mahapranas, the Kha, Cha, even if I say them, if you observe, Kha, Cha, Tha, Tha, Pa, Gha, Jha, Dha, Dha, Bha, what kind of effect is coming in your mind? It's like the heaviness, isn't it? Right. So they are used for the raising sentiments like fear, like Veera Rasa, all that things, Jugupsa sometimes, the Bhayanaka, all these Adbhuta and all that, we use Mahaprana.
Authority, maybe authority, like Ravana is making an entry in a drama or something like that.
Right.
Somebody powerful is coming when we
Yes,
use
yes,
these.
that all is expressed through Mahapranas. And Alpa Pranas give us the lightness, the Komalatva, the Lalita Bhavas are all expressed through the Alpa Pranas. Okay, so the long, short, of course, they have their effect, as I told just a while ago. Then conjunct and non-conjunct also. It's not about just consonants and vowels. It's about the conjunct letters also. Some kind of like this one. I have employed in one song. I would like to share that. Like Nanda, I have used that. Nanda is a very common. We get lot of words for that. So I just tried with that. Okay. Nandati Nandan Nanda Nandana Sarva Nandayati. Nandayateva Balamukunda Muktim Vindayati. So I took this song tune from an old Telugu song. Tune is not mine, but I just fixed these basic. Nandati Nandan Nanda Nandana Sarva Nandayati. The Nandanandana is happy within himself and he also makes us all happy. That is how the song goes on. And all the this one, the charanas also have got that anda, as much as possible. I have just tried to put such words. So that conjunct of anda is bringing that komala bhava, that happiness bhava inside as we sing it. Okay. So people who have heard it have given me feedback. Oh, we feel very happy when we hear this song. It's very beautiful. It's not just because of the tune that Lalitatvam has come. It is because of that sound inside of the anda. Even if I sing it in a different tune, it is going to bring in the same kind of effect. Okay. And there are various combinations. Sometimes like two conjunct letters repeating. Okay. Two consecutively repeating also. Various combinations also it works. Okay. So, and then we sometimes there write Niroshta kavyas, Niroshta letter, the kapha, babhama, they don't use it. They don't use the sometimes non-palatal, stathada, dhana, they will not use that letter and then they will write. So all the kavya is devoid of tatada, dhana and it looks some kind of beauty. They bring in, they achieve some kind of purpose out of it, like keeping it softer, keeping it lalita, whatever their aim was. If they don't use Mahapranas anywhere, then they use only the Alpa Pranas. That brings in some. So avoiding certain letters also brings in certain effect. Okay. So let us see some examples of Mahapranas. Mahaprana plus Samyukta. I'm not trying to show you separately because I tried a lot for good examples, but I did not find them. Whatever I got, I am just sharing. Okay. So this is from the Mammata's Kavya-Prakasha, where we had it in our MA syllabus. So those who have done MA and or they are aware of Kavya-Prakasha will know this. Okay. So it starts like this. I'm not putting the whole padya here. Swachandochaladachakuhara chate tarambuchata. So he's using the cha. And along with the conjunctness also, he's not putting the just cha as a Mahaprana, but he is using the cha and the cha combination as a like. So Mahaprana is also there, Samyuktatva is also there. And he is bringing some kind of, when you hear, so it's about Ganga Ambu, how the Ganga is there, how her tarangas are there. So he's bringing that water effect in this, okay. So when the water is like going up, down, and that causing that commotion, so he's trying to show it in this padya. Swachando chalada chaka chakuhara chate tarambuchata. So in that is that water sound he tried to give in this. Okay. Then Hrasva Dirghaha. Okay, the Hrasva and Dirgha with Asamyukta, non-Samyukta letters, that is combinations like consonant combinations, non-conjuncts with Hrasva and Dirgha. Let us see. Bala Vilasah-Valihari-Hasa Lola Mala Bhava Saha Sahava. What kind of feeling do you get? The softness, the draggedness, okay? Not heaviness, but the softness. You get it from this dirgha, okay? Bala Vilasah-Valihari-Hasa Lola Mala Bhava Saha Sahava. So if you see, he's not using any tough letters, tough sounds. He's just sound he has used. Not all these are also. Lola. If it's only here, there is a low. but all the places kind of thing. Okay. Then Nagaja, Nagaja, Dayita, Dayita, Vigatam, Lalitam. This is one more. Okay. So in this also there is no conjunct at all. So this is bringing in one effect. Then the Mahapranas and conjuncts, power and valor. Mahapranas really give lot of power and this thing. So we find it in our famous Shiva Tandava Stotra. Whenever we think of power and valor inside coming out of sounds, then what singly occurs into our mind is Shiva Tandava. Okay. Jayat Vada Bhravi Brahma Brahmat Bhujangama Shvatat. Okay. Venirgamat Kramas Purat Karala Bhala Havyavat. Dhimit Dhvanan Mridanga Tunga Mangala. Dhvani Krama Pravartita Prachanda Tandava Shiva. So except in the Tandava, Bhala, all the other places are conjuncts and tight. Either all the Rasva sound along with the conjunctness. Okay, Rasva and conjunct, he brought this effect inside that. If you hear, it's very famous, you must have heard it. It's not a new this one for you. Okay, so Jayat Vadam Bhavi Brahma. So when you try to say that tightness is there. So how the Tandava is going, they say that it's the best expression to show that.
What is the name of this Chandas, Bhagini?
This is Panchachamara. Okay. Then what we see for what is the criteria for sentiments, let us just try to see all this what we have discussed. Let us try to make a summary of it or some kind of making a list of things. Let us see. So repetition of certain sounds, single, conjunct, long or short. Okay. This is there is no need of explanation for this because you're all like you all have some background because of which you came to learn the Chandas. And then some music elements, some sounds, we all observe when we try to write something. We are all like expressing ourselves when we want expressions. Then we look for good sounds, good words, good combinations and all. So this is like that. That is why I'm not explaining it. Single letters, conjunct letters, long letters, short letters, repetition of them. Then conjunct or single. Then it becomes long or short. Okay. Repeating and non-repeating. Okay. Then long or short when we take, then they are single or conjunct, they are repeating or non-repeating. Okay. Then certain varga letters. Okay. We taking it, not taking it. Okay. That also. Then strong and hard sounds for valor or swiftness. Strong sounds for valor and all. Okay. And quickness also. Like conjunct letters for heaviness and slowness. Okay. Sometimes they stop when you want to say Jayat, Tvada, Bravi, Brahma. When we say, we see that it's heavily dragging, it's not running fast. Okay, like other sounds where the quickness I tried for Samskrit, this one like, but I did not get it. Okay, in Telugu we have it like Sarvalagu and all. I did not get it in Sanskrit. I'm sorry for that. So then conjunct letters for heaviness and slowness, and then lot of rasvas. When we put lot of rasvas, the quickness comes in. The longer words for separation. So I mean all this. Oh, Bhagini, you said you will tell about Chandas. Why are you telling about Varnas and Aksharas and all this thing? Then Chandas is what? What is a Vrutta? Vrutta is a combination of these sounds, of course. So we are bringing in the Guru Laghu, and this conjunct letter, the letter before conjunct letter is becoming a Guru. So we can use that for the best way we will use is for our convenience, okay, to bring in certain effect. Then longer compounds. Oh my God, these compounds now they have lot of. This is a very separate shastra. If we take in compounds, it will become. What is a compound? Compound is a chain of words which forms one single idea. One single idea comes out of a very big chain of words. Okay, like this one is there. Our Agajanana Padmarkam. So Agajanana Padma Arka. Gaja, Anana, Padma Arka. 5 ideas put together. So who is Gajanana? Gajanana is a Arka who brings the smile to the Padma faced daughter of Aga. Agaja. Sorry, Agaja. I'm sorry, it's not Agaja. It's Agaja. Okay, Aga is the Parvata. Agaja, Anana, Padma, Arkam. So her Ananam is like Padma and he is like sun. So what is the point suggesting that whenever the sun comes up, lotus blooms. So whenever Parvati sees Vinayaka, she feels happy and she is smiling. That is the idea put there. So this is long compound. Okay. So some heavy feeling is coming. That Vatsalya Bhava is very soft feeling. I'm not saying it's heavy, but it's very touching. It's very sentimental. Like, oh, the mother seeing the child and feeling happy is a very like soft. It's a soft and heavy feeling. Okay, it's not a heaviness without softness. That softness is there. Okay, when we speak of mother, we all become very like sentimental and all that. So that kind of thing. Then semi-vowels and dentals for softening. Most of the time they use ta, tha, da, dha, na. And semi-vowels, yara, lava. Only these things, not shashata. Shashata, very heavy, sha, sha, ta, ha. They're all very like, oh my, that valor and all that comes out. So semi-vowels and yara, lava, these 4 letters, and then dentals, ta, tha, tha. So these bring. So these are my observations and which I have come with people by discussions, by books and all. I try to put all those ideas into one place. Okay. So let us see quickly some vrittas and some sentiments. Okay, how they really affect these things. Name of the chandas, suggestive of the mood. Sometimes let me ask you one question. Are you all following what is being said? It's not a very heavy topic, but still I want to make sure that you are following, you are with me. Please unmute and reply. I'm waiting for your answer when I ask a question.
Yeah. No, we are able to follow.
I wanted to ask why syllable? What is the Sanskrit equivalent of syllable?
There is no Sanskrit equivalent for syllable. Akshara is different, syllable is different. That's what I explained. So the syllable is taking the next consonant also, but the Akshara doesn't take it. La, ksha is Akshara, but lak, sha is syllable. Both are containing one vowel, but the Akshara does not take the next consonant because the writing system in Devanagari does not allow for that.
Yeah, if that is so, then why take the concept of syllable?
Just for the convenience to make understand, because everybody does not know what is Akshara. That is why. To just explain, for the explanation sake, we are using these terms.
Oh, syllable. Okay.
The best way to express things we are taking. It's not my aim in this, putting this part in this lesson is just to show that they are not same. There is some difference, but there is a vowel. The single vowelness is a common factor between Akshara and syllable. Single vowelness is there. Okay. There is one vowel is contained in both.
Okay.
So in Akshara, how will Parvati be seen? A word like Parvati, syllable wise.
No, you tell me how it is seen.
So Par will come, no, as one.
In the Akshara, how are you writing it? Go by the writing system.
Pa.
Pa is one letter. Pa.
Yeah.
Arva is one letter.
Okay, Arva.
Arva.
Arva and then Ti.
Ti. Okay. But when we say in the syllable form, we say par, pa, ti.
So we should look at the writing form, you're saying.
Writing form of the Devanagari for Akshara.
Devanagari Lipi, we have to see.
In Telugu, our all other Indian languages also we go this, but not Tamil. In Tamil, we have a conjunct letter writing system different. They put a dot to make it half. Okay, when we say like Pandu, if you want, Pandu is a Telugu word. If you want to write Pandu, then what they do, Pa, and they put Na and a dot over it, and then they write Du. They don't have a conjunct letter for that. But
so they can't write half Na. They can't write half Na.
No.
They'll write full Na and then put a dot. Means it becomes half.
Yes.
Oh.
So their Akshara concept will be a little different than these things. Okay. In Devanagari, we have lot of ligatures for the conjuncts. Lot of ligatures. Very beautiful. Okay. It's a very defined system. In Telugu also, we have all like conjunct letter writing systems are different in Telugu. In Devanagari, what happens? The first letter gets half in the writing system, but in Telugu, the first letter is full and the second letter gets half. So it becomes more difficult to read. You know, one who reads Telugu script is more intelligent because of this. Because the script makes him so. Devanagari is easier. The first sound is getting half and the second sound is getting full. Except with Ra conjuncts. Except with Ra and Ta conjuncts. Conjunct complexes, writings, ligatures. But in Telugu, it's not so. The second letter is half and oh my god, Karyeshu, if you write, the Ra will get a. So Re, it's Re, and then Ya, Ottu we put. Ottu is the half. So we have not just making a letter half, we have a complete set of writings for the Ottulu. We have different for the Ya Ottu, it's different. Ma Ottu is different. Ta Ottu is different. It's different from the Ta letter.
Oh.
The Ta conjunct is different from the Ta letter. So there, if we say Atta, then Ta, we write Ta full and then we put this one kind of thing in below. Okay, so there the system will again, a little difference will be there. Though this concept will be said, Kar, Ye, should say Ka, Rye, Shu. Like that only it will come, but Rye will be different from what it is written in the Devanagari system. Ra becomes up, it goes up and sits on the top, sits on the head. Okay, the Ra, this one. Okay, that ligature goes up. But in Telugu, we see Ya full in Devanagari, we see Re full in the Telugu. So a lot of differences are there, but they are one and the same. When we come to the counting, when we count the letters, then if we write in Telugu also, it will be the same like Devanagari.
कार्येषु में कार रे हो जाएगा, ये में एकार नहीं आएगा. ये will not have ekar, but re will, ra will have ekar. Ekara in Telugu.
Yes.
Oh. As the same thing also followed in Karnataka Lipi also.
Kannada Lipi
Kannada also. Oh.
We have all the ligatures for this. Yeah. The half letters will have separate set of ligatures. Okay.
Okay.
So these are all very interesting things around our lipis, our sounds, our expressions, and there are a lot of things. I'm just giving a hint, that's all.
Yeah, in Tamil it is not like that, no? It's Tamil, it's not like that.
Tamil is entirely different. It's like English in some respects. Some aspects it's like English. Yeah. I think Malayalam has defined letters. Malayalam has, I don't know about the half consonants because I only learned till the alphabet. I could not go ahead after that. Though the teacher was very eager to teach me, but I could not make it. So just E till this la, ja, ra. Till there I learned, but the dirghas and rasvas, conjuncts I did not learn. So I don't know about that system. I have to check. These days we have internet. We can just surf and we can come across any writing system, anything. Fine. So let us go ahead. Some vrittas and sentiments. Let us see this. Okay. I wanted to teach more, but it seems that we have to close after this. So we will see that when we come to the vrittas, the real the elements of not the elements, but the end products of this, what we have learned till now. When we come there, we will come to see that the Chandas name is suggestive of its mood. Most of the times we see that. Okay. So for example, when we say Vasanta Tilaka, I don't know, I like this vritta or because it's easy to express. I don't know why I come across this, because it has lot of things which a Chandas teacher will need. Okay, lot of, that's why it's coming again and again. So the yati is prescribed, the sound, the name, the arrangement, everything is very convenient. The size is very convenient and all that. So Vasanta, what is a Vasanta? Like in Sangeetam, we have raga names, right? It's a Malaya Maruta, Amruta Varshini. So Amruta Varshini is for raining and all that effect. Okay. In Saveri, the heaviness mood. Neelambari, the sleeping one. Okay. And this one, Vasantaraga is like, it's like energizing. I tried it, one day I was in a very gloomy mood and I tried this Vasanta Varnam I played in the YouTube. Oh, my mood just changed like anything. It was like booster. Okay. Kalyani is heavy, but Mangala. Mangala with heaviness, that is Kalyani. All these things. Same with these things also. That raga is not just name, but also the effect that the raga brings out. And Chandas is also most of the times not just the name, but the effect it brings out. So Vasanta Tilaka, Vasanta means spring.
Spring.
Vasanta Rutu. Spring. What is Tilaka? How will you translate Tilaka?
Tilaka is the bottu, no? Pottu.
And that's what. Bottu is our word.
Okay, forehead dot up.
Not on the forehead, they say the forehead dot. Okay, the forehead is all this part. Then where will you put the dot? Here also, here also, here also it will become. So the center forehead dot. Okay, we can say that. So the forehead dot of spring. So the literal translation of this is forehead dot of spring. That's for the lighter feeling most of the times. Okay, we use it a lot. I didn't collect much Vasanta Tilaka Vrittas, I mean Padyas for you to show that effect, because my aim is not that. I will show other Vrittas which will bring in, because I already showed Vasanta Tilaka. Then Shardula Vikriditam. What is a Shardula? Tiger. Okay, Shardula is a tiger. And what is Vikriditam? It's dance. Did you ever see tiger dancing? Did you? I didn't see. Does a tiger dance?
No.
Does it?
Maybe it walks very majestically.
Yeah, walking is different, but does it dance? Does it take any steps like this, or it puts legs here and there? No, it doesn't. But the Kavi, the Chandaskara wants to suggest that if a tiger dances, how it will look. Okay, and it will go. I mean, tiger doesn't go straight. Suddenly it takes a turn. So the Shardula Vikrita suddenly takes a turn. Yakundendu Tusharahara Dhavalaya Shubhravastra. Suddenly it takes a turn. So that is the effect. I have read it somewhere. It's not my. I didn't much. I have nothing to do with tigers, and I did not observe them. I don't know anything much about them. Not even a good reading I have. But this is what they say. Okay, we have seen peacocks dancing. Mattamayuri. There is one vritta called Mattamayuri. Okay, it's like peacocks dance. Peacocks dance is very beautiful. I have seen it, and one video I have seen. My pinny went to somewhere and she directly took that video and sent us. Okay, the national park or somewhere. My uncle's wife, my father's brother's wife. She very beautiful video she had made. So I have seen the full dance of peacock inside that. Okay. So that is different. The dance of Mayura is different. So this is Shardula Vikrit, the tiger dance. Then the effect is like that. Then Mandakranta. Akranta is slowly attacked. Akrantam, Akramanam is taking into attack. I mean, attacking and taking into our own possession. Isn't it? So Mandakranta is slowly occupied, slowly captivating. Okay. So Manda Akranta. So the whole Meghadutam of the Kalidasa is very famous work from Kalidasa. Kashchit Kanta Viraha Guruna Swadhikarat Pramattaha. All that is like the sentiment of separation. That's why he uses all Mandakranta. It slowly goes. Kashchit Kanta Viraha Guruna Swadhikarat Pramattaha. Like that. Kashchit Kanta. Till that it's slow. Viraha Guruna. Fast. Swadhikarat Pramattaha. Slow. Like that's what there is like fast, slow, fast, slow, slow, fast, slow, slow, fast, slow. So that effect is brought out, and Kalidasa is praised a lot for this work, for choosing that vritta itself. Okay. Then Sraddhara. Oh my, Sraddhara is so heavy, 21 letters. Okay. Sraddhara is 21 letters. Then Srakdhara. Srak is a garland, a pushpamala. Dhara, the beautiful lady who is wearing a garland, the garland wearing woman or something. Okay. So long garland wearer, not just garland, but somebody who wears the garland. Srakdhara. So a garland wearer. It has nothing to do with the length or this thing, or the name is not much suggestive, but a garland wearer gets some value. Who wears a garland? Human beings don't really wear a garland in all, but Haridasu wears it. A Puranakara wears it. And in some sabha, we respectfully put mala into the like necks of the people who are valued to show them welcome and all that. Okay, so that is the Sraddhara. So that small valued heaviness, we find it in that Vritta. So all the Surya Shatakam is written in this Vritta. They are all very heavy if you hear. Okay. Prajambhara Deha Kumbhodbhava Pavanamati So Sandra Sindura Reno. So all that lines are very long drawn. You will get that effect when you read that Surya Shataka, or when you hear it, you get all that effect. So Sraddhara is like that. Then let us come to Panchachamara. Our famous Shiva Tandava. Panchachamara is like 5 flip flap. Like Chamara is a fan. You imagine fan means that made of the peacock feathers. That round peacock feathers all arranged, and then 2 women will be like putting, women or men, somebody who is like doing like this. Imagine 5 flip flops going on like this. This is 2. I have 2 hands. If 2 more hands are here, then you imagine the 5 going like this flip flap. So Panchachamara is like that effect. Okay. So it's for the quickness and energeticness. Okay. So energy also comes out of it when we say that Vijatatavi Jala Pravaha Pavitasthale Gale Valam Vyalam Vitam Bhujangatunga Malikam Damad Daman Ninadavad Damar Vayam Chakara Chanda Tandavam Tanotuna Shiva Shiva. It is how it goes. Okay. So when this comes, then it gives us that kind of energy and all. Okay, Panchachamara is the Mudakarat, Modakam, Sada, Vimukti, Sadakam. So all this, okay. So they use for Veera Rasa and all kinds of such things, okay. Now let us see the Panchachamara in this only, okay. So Jatatavi, I just read it out for you, so I will not spend more time here. This is very like this yatis. Now you all know what these bracketed these contents are. So it's yati is 88 or 4444. Okay. Jatatavi Galat Jala Pravahapa Vitasthale. Okay, Pravaha Pavitasthale actually. So there is no yati at that. So there is Jatatavi 4, Galat Jala 4, but after Pravaha Pavi, it is like at the end of the last letter. Okay, so this is 4, 4, and the next 8. Okay, like that it is. Galevalambya. So Galevalambya. So here there is no yati at the 4th letter. Okay. Then Lampita. So there is at the 8th. Okay. So when we say it, then we are stopping. Please don't speak in between with unmute, because I think you are asking me something and I get distracted from what I want to say. If you want to ask a question or discuss or add a point, you are welcome. But if you speak in between, I will be like, oh, there is something saying for me, I will be distracted. So please don't do that. Then Bhujangatunga Malikam. Here if we see Bhujangatu, there is no yati. Okay. Tunga, which we will not count it. Malikam. So it's 8 yati. Okay. Then Damat Daman Ninadavat Damarvai. Damat Dama. So Damat Dama we can take yati. Damat Dama 1 Dama 4 Damas are there. So the 4th Dama also will get a yati. Ninadavad Damarvai. So Ninadava. Till there we can take a yati Damarvayam. So this is 4 4 4 4 yati. And then Chakara Chanda Tandavam. Here there is no yati at the 4th. So this is 8. Tanotunah. Here there is a yati. Shiva Shivam. Here. So 8 4 4 in the 4th line. Okay. So we can count it, or we can simply take 8 8. After the 8th there will be always a break. Okay. It will be Kachitanga. That is for sure. Like clearly and compulsorily there will be a break after 8. After 4 it might be there or no, but if it is a choice of the poet, if he gives yati at every 4 very clearly, then it's like it's authentic, like it is more like skilled and all. Okay, so this is how Panchachamaram works. So somebody had asked me at this point, if we put like music, can we use the same Vrutta for other sentiments? Then I had found an answer for this in a song of Hansraj Hans. Hansraj Raghuvanshi. He's like in the Shiva songs he has made. In that he begins one of the Shiv Kailaso ke Vasi. In that song, it says this Jatatavi Galajala Pravaha Pavitasthale, like that. But then there is no quickness in that. There is no Panchachamara quality at all. Then how do we decide? Then Panchachamara lost its elegance? No. Then the music element has taken over. So when you want to use the same Vrutta for other, like it's a soft expression that he has taken, for that he employed music into it. Now it's no more a Chandas topic at all. It becomes a music topic. Jatatavi Galajala Pravahapa. What is he doing? It's not Chandas. That is why we don't discuss Chandas in the music terms at all. Okay. Once music comes in, then it becomes a topic of music. That is the answer. Okay. Then mood of tenseness and quickness. I have found this Shashikala from the, I think this one, Shri Krishna Karnamrita. Yes. Okay. So let me read it how you feel. This is a Sarva Laghu kind of thing. Yes, I think. In the last, there will be like it comes like this. See, Ahi Makara Kara Nikara Mrudu Mrudita Lakshmi Sara Satara Sara Siruha Sadrisha Drishi Deve Vraja Yuvati Rati Kalaha Vijayi Nijalila Mada Budita Vadana Shashi Madhuri Maniliye. Okay, like this. So in the last, there will be one Dirgha. All the other place, there is only Sarva Laghu. So the quickness has come. I will read the first line once again. Please observe. Ahi Makara Kara Nikara Mrudu Mrudita Lakshmi. Okay, so it's Taka Takita kind of. Okay, so there is, but we cannot strictly like. If we want to sing it, we will sing it in Taka Takita, the 5-beated song. Okay, so this is how the Chandas will bring in some tenseness and quickness is coming into that because of this. Sara Satara Sara Siruha. So he is employing all the laghus, all laghus. Okay. From Shri Krishna Karnamrita. Okay, Leela Shuk. Then the mood of tenderness, how it comes from the Lalita Gati. Let us see.
So Lalita Gati, Sashikala are all names of the Vrittas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the Vrutta names. Like Shardula Vikridita, Vasanta Tilaka are all Vrutta names. The particular combination of the Gurus and Laghus and the certain Ganas put together. Okay. We will come to that. So for now, we are just discussing the effect of music or the effect of the sentiments in the Chandas. Okay. Tarunaruna Karunamaya Vipulayatanayanam Kamala Kucha Kalashi Bhara Vipulikrita Pulakam Muralirava Taralikrita Munimanasanalinam Mama Khelatu Madachetasi Madhuradharam Amritam. You see the effect. So there is some Tarunaruna Karunamaya. Okay, so this is Lalita Gati. As the name suggests, the Gati, the going, the like going ahead, the movement is like Lalita, soft movement. It's very tender movement. So it is giving, it's it is used in like many, like Telugu people love this Vritta a lot. So they write lot of Telugu padyas in that. And when they sing the Samskrita Vrittas, they are very like making beautiful ragas out of it. Okay. Taruna, Taruna, Maya Vipulayatanayanam. Like that. Okay. So I cannot sing the whole thing in this because I'm not very, I don't have command on that. Then the last let's say, Mama Khelatu Madachetasi Madhuradharam Amritam. Very beautifully they sing. I am not very good in this thing, but really beautifully they sing. Okay, so this they have employed in like many things where they use it for different effects. Okay, so this is the mood of tenderness. Now there are more things to tell types of chandas. Now here the topic changes. I thought I can cover it, but today we cannot cover it as the time is up. So we will stop it here. If you have any doubts, you can tell. But before that, I would want to do the revision for that. Okay. Whatever we learned today, we'll just give a small revision. So we did the difference between Varna and Akshara. Okay. Understanding this is very important for us because a lot of doubts are raised when we try to write it. I don't want you all to stop by understanding Chandas, but you'll also express yourself into different Chandas, different Vrittas and all one day. Then this knowledge will be very useful for you. That's what I aim at. That's why I just have given the difference between Akshara and the syllable. Then the possible combinations. Okay, this I found in one book. Okay, I took it as it is. So I didn't make it myself. The examples, of course, are mine. Okay. Then we just turn to sounds and sentiments. How the sounds affect sentiments. So the letters, which letters are responsible for which kind of sentiment or which kind of effect upon the human mind and human the heart. Okay. So how it affects that we just discussed. It's not like hard and fast, but probably this sound might. So some people employ, the reverse also. Some go, they're very uddhata people, like they want to like dash they just go and collide with the traditions and all. So they question it and what they do, they write, okay, you tell all Mahapranas for Veeravasa, let me write a very good Shrungaravasa in the Mahapranas. Let me write all Lalita Bhavas in the Mahapranas. Let me use the conjuncts and the quickness for the slow effect. So they also do such kinds of things. You can also do that things. No, it's not stopped anywhere. Creativity is welcome anywhere, everywhere. Okay. So we have also seen some examples with Mahaprana Samyuktas, Rasvadirgha Asamyuktas, and such things. Okay. So Mahapranas and conjuncts, and then we have seen the criteria for sentiments. Okay, this is which I have prepared myself. Like just wanted to like making lists is my hobby. Like it interests me a lot when I want to like summarize something or make a like list of something that attracts me. That's why I just prepared this list. And then we have seen some real vrittas, some bringing in different effects. I explained something and I have given examples from some other vrittas, Lalita Gati and then Shashikala. I have tried to show it to you. Okay. So this was what we covered today. Please let me know your feedback or any questions. Welcome. Nothing?
Yes, madam. Very nice. Lot of content actually. So this content we have to digest.
Oh, okay.
Actually, we have to read. At least for me, I can say I am not so familiar with all the shlokas and all that. So few I may have heard. So to associate, Lalita Gati, Krishna Karna with them. So I think that is a good opportunity to read the shloka also. More shlokas. So if you can give some suggestions of more examples for Lalita Gati, then we can also read it whenever
Sure.
interest.
Of course. So there are few works with like when they like all the Karnamritams are very good in fact. Okay. Rama Karnamritam, Krishna Karnamritam, Shiva Karnamritam, all are very like different. They just go by differently. Like I have a hobby of reading different stotras. Like my work is Samskritam work only mostly. So in the history of Sanskrit poets, we did one course through your mind. That also I got an opportunity to read about different poets, their how they employed the Chandas. So I used all that knowledge in this course. Okay, that was a different historical knowledge, which was one part, small part. But then I brought it here in a bigger this thing. So Bharavi, Magha, how they used Bharavi sometimes use contrast these things. Magha sometimes use that. So these things have given me an opportunity. It's a very good thing. Like even if you read Stotras, Bhagini, like Sindhurarana Vigraham, you have quoted in the other class. So like that, like the Dahana shlokas, all different vrittas will be there. Okay, Annapurna Stotram in the childhood we heard in this tune and it was so captivating, like Nityanandakari, Varabhayakari, all that. So we observe the sounds, how they are working on our mind and all, and we understand.
we should also know whether what we are saying is right or wrong. Like, yesterday you pointed out something. Suratara Nayaka Shekhara, that part. Something. So like that.
Right.
Surat.
Spurattara Nayaka. So there was a yati there, but the word is single. Spurattara.
So these kind of things we may not immediately know whether we ourselves are right or wrong. Even if we read something new, let us say if I'm reading some other stotra, then I have to validate and vet and check from somebody else who has actually chanted it correctly. Then I may be able to split it properly. Or Saundara Lahari, for example, I don't know much. I can see and I can read, but am I reading it right or wrong? I don't know.
To be very frank, I have not found a single singer in the YouTube where they have put lot of stotras and all. I have not found a single singer without mistakes. Only one VrndarakaVaniVilasah-Part's videos. He has brought only Sanskrit scholars. They sing very beautifully. They are good singers. At the same time, they are Sanskritists also. So they did justice to the stotras. But all others, the popular singers have twisted. They have made so much honey to the culture that I cannot put in simple words.
Which is this YouTube channel by VrndarakaVaniVilasah?
I'll try to share the link. So I have one like their Dakshinamurti Stotra. So beautifully she has like the calm effect on the mind we get, and the Shiva Paradakshama Stotra. I am really great fan of those two singers and I'm really liking it. I'll share that. Chalakere brothers are very good. Like I have found them authentic, but their later videos, not their starting one. When they have like in the starting, they read with all mistakes only, like calling the Sha as Sa, Siva, like that. But later they improved a lot.
Who, ma'am? Chalakara brothers.
Chalakere brothers. Yes. They are Kannadigas, the Kannada brothers. They have like chanted very well. Now their Lalita Sahasranama and Mantrarupi Mahavishnu, they are there like Vishnu Sahasranama. Rudram, their chanting is very good. So I hear very less number of people.
So this point, again you raised it, so I don't know, sorry, I'm taking this 1 minute. Sir and Shankara. Now Shankara, I stay in Maharashtra. I've been born and brought up here. So I say Shankara like any other Hindi person would say. I don't say it like Shankara.
Right.
What is?
According to Samskritam, Shankara is only correct.
Shankara is correct, no? Then how do I differentiate between the Vishnu and Sha while pronouncing?
So Sha is Vishnu, Sha, Murdhanya. The places are given in the phonetics. Sha. That's the Sha. Usha. My name is Usha. But this is Sha, Shankara, Shankha. Like that. Sha.
Because even Tyagaraja, sometimes the Andhra people say as Tyagaraja.
Oh my, please don't come to that. It's a very big science. So it's a
big
very
subject.
big area, big subject. I mean, yeah. It will take long time for me to explain all that. But I did one class of Svarvani-Vilasah of Telugu with these details. Okay. So if you are interested, I will share it. It is in the same channel. So I will try to give you Svarvani-Vilasah. The first Telugu class, if you hear, I will have done this 2 classes on pronunciation.
So I can Annapurne Vishalakshi, I can actually say happily, no? I don't have to say Visalakshi.
No. Visha is the correct one. Vishalakshi.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Fine. Astu, we will close the class here. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शृण्वन्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् सर्वं श्रीरामार्पणमस्तु अस्तु नमो नमः for the patient hearing.
Shubharatri.